One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges. A host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken. He rides onto his ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and of the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow. He takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hears back to a cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Originals report he paves his way. More legend in the making, day by day.
Yes, sir. Much love and respect to everybody. Appreciate every single one of you guys for coming in and hanging out and tuning in, chilling, and Max all cool, shooting some motherfucking b-ball outside school with the boy, man. It is Saturday morning, and I cannot thank you all enough. And give a round of applause to everybody in the freaking Breakfast Club, man. It's legendary to see all of you guys, hang out with all of you guys. You guys are seriously in for a serious treat on this one. Joe Biden aftermath from the debate. You know what I mean? So something very interesting is we have the exclusive footage from the very first Joe Biden interview since the debate. So we're going to go ahead and review the footage. I could have clickbait the hell out of this, but I was like, you know what? We're just going to call it Joe Biden aftermath from the debate. And we'll see where it goes from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into this video real quick here in a minute. But first, I want to give a big thank you to Brother Steve over here with the channel membership. If you guys don't already know, you guys can become a channel member over here on this side of the internet. You guys don't just become members and then not get benefits. You know what I mean? Everybody that becomes a member, you guys, every Saturday, we're going to be not starting today, starting next Saturday, every week, every Saturday, we're going to have members only live streams. Okay. So the only way you guys can watch the show is by becoming a member. And of course, we're going to be doing some cool ass t-shirts for you guys as well. It's going to be awesome. I very much appreciate you guys. If you guys also want to help out the show, as you guys know, I won't be getting a paycheck for another 30 days or for another. Yeah, exactly. So it's been essentially, will be 4 months without pay because it takes 30 days for it to process and all that shit for you to get paid. So if you guys would like to help out, we've got Cash App right here. We got $ Ball Valve. We have Venmo at Ball Valve and PayPal, ballvalvetv@gmail.com. For you guys can get a shout out live onto the show. I really appreciate you guys. We're just throwing that in there real quick in the beginning. Also, make sure you guys like the video. It is the #1 metric of all of YouTube. Very much appreciate you guys. Let's see what we've got here. Did you see the latest, Mike? Joe Biden interview from like yesterday. Joe said he was a black woman. Yet, we're going to be going over this shit, dude. Oh shit, dude. Road Rage says, morning, all. Appreciate you for being here. And Wolfheim and GBM as well. I love to see you guys. Also, guys, we just figured out that the super chats, because Wolfheim was asking about this, I think yesterday. You have to go back into your settings in your YouTube channel once you've gotten remonetized. They don't automatically turn on your super chats. You have to go in and actually select turn it on. Like, what the hell? I didn't know that. So I figured that out last night. But did anyone see Brain Freeze Biden say ho, ho, ho at the rally on the 4th? No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Might be the only way Biden can win, play the alphabet community like that. Yeah, you're not even kidding, dude. You're not even kidding. Chicago Feeder, much love and respect to you, kind sir. Always appreciate you for being in here. Frank says, forget it, Mike. For 2 days, multiple times, sent over card info, and they shut it off. BD fucked me for cash last month. Forget it. Hey, Frank, it's all good. I very much appreciate you even trying. Just you trying means the world to me. So don't even worry about it, brother. I appreciate you. Oh, wow. We got a super chat over here from Wolfheim. I really, really appreciate that, man. He says, all the best, Mike. Thank you so much. You tested it, and we saw that the super chats are live. So that's good. That's a good thing. Now we know. The Conservatives got the boot over in England. Yeah, bro. Knew you was a Swedish. Yeah, I see you guys over there talking. You got GBM over there in Denmark, and then we got Wolfheim over there. So anyways, let's go ahead and check this out. Michael Simmers, what's up, Mike and everyone? Appreciate you, my bro. Okay, so this is off of ABC7, okay? This is, I try to show you guys that I'm always reporting bases of liberal news, and then I can give my consensus, my arguments. I can give you guys both sides of everything. I don't go ahead and just only report on, let's say, conservative news, because then I'm just going to sit there and basically agree with majority of things, and I don't necessarily want to do that. I want to have you guys intrigued with what they're saying and then what I'm saying to counter it. So anyways, this is ABC7.com. Biden dismisses concerns about mental fitness, says he'll drop out if the Lord Almighty told him. And there was multiple titles for this whole fucking interview. I mean, ABC7 basically covers it everywhere. And look over here to the right, 2024 presidential election. And this is all from the interview, and they all have different names. So for me, I just was like, what's the best way to summarize this? Joe Biden aftermath from the debate. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and review this footage and see what they've got to say within the media.
From
ABC7
News, a special edition of This Week.
What up,
President
Danny? I
Joe
see you in here,
Biden,
brother.
His first television interview since the debate. The news-making exclusive. Now reporting from Madison, Wisconsin, George Stephanopoulos.
We're going through it.
Good evening from Madison, Wisconsin for a special edition of This Week. The first broadcast interview
Rebecca.
with President Biden since
No
last
kidding.
week's debate. Earlier this afternoon, we taped the 22-minute
One-on-one.
There are no cuts, no edits. We have not touched it. At this pivotal moment in the presidential campaign, here
You
it
beat
is.
Medicare.
Mr. President, thank you for
Yeah,
doing this.
you froze up on that one.
Let's start with the debate.
I appreciate you, Danny.
You and your
Hopefully,
team have said
I
you had
see
a
that you're
bad
doing good.
night.
That's good.
But your friend Nancy Pelosi actually framed the question. I think is on the
Let me
minds
just
of
bring that
millions
back a
of
little
Americans.
bit. Right here.
Mr. President, thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with the debate. You and your team have said you had a bad night. But your
Sure
but your
did,
friend
he
Nancy
said.
Pelosi actually framed the question that I think is on the minds of millions of Americans. Was this
Oh,
a
yeah,
bad
Steve.
episode or the sign of a more serious condition?
It was a bad episode. No indication of any serious condition. I was exhausted. I didn't listen to my instincts
was exhausted.
in terms of preparing, and I had a bad night.
You
You're
you say you
fucking
were
president,
exhausted,
dog.
And I know you've said that before as well, but you came, and you did have a tough month, but you came home from Europe about 11 or 12 days before the debate, spent
Yeah,
6
Michael.
days in Camp David. Why wasn't that enough rest time, enough recovery time?
Because I was sick. I was feeling terrible. Matter of fact, the docs with me, I asked if they did a COVID test because they were trying to figure out what was wrong.
A
They
COVID
did a test
test.
to see whether or not I had some infection, a virus. I didn't. I just
Oh,
had a
shit.
really
Good
bad cold.
fucking eyes over there,
And
Steve. That's
Did you
hilarious.
ever
He
watch
is
the
very
debate
orange.
afterwards?
I don't think I did, no.
Well, what I want to get at is what were you experiencing as you were going through the debate? Did you know how badly it was going?
Yeah, look,
Yep. Seriously, Hardwired. That's
the
how.
whole way I prepared,
right about that.
nobody's fault, mine. Nobody's fault but mine. I prepared what I usually would do, sitting down as I did come back with foreign leaders or the National Security Council for explicit detail.
Old fart.
And I realized about partway through that, I get quoted, the New York Times had me down at 10 points before the debate, 9 now, or whatever the hell it is. The fact of the matter is that.
Nope. I haven't watched it yet, Hardwire. I have
is
not
that
watched this.
He also lied 28 times. The way the debate
28
ran,
times he said
not my fault.
that
Nobody else's
Trump
fault.
lied.
No one else's fault.
But it seemed like you were having trouble from the first question in, even before he spoke.
Well, I just had a bad night. You've had some bad interviews once in a while. I can't remember any. But I'm
Oh,
sure
shit,
you did.
Steve.
I've had plenty. I guess the question, the problem
Oh,
is
yeah, you're right,
here for a lot of
Rebecca. It's
Americans watching
all
this. You've
damage
said,
control at this
going
point.
back to 2020, watch me.
Yeah.
To people who are concerned about your age. And, 50 million Americans watched that
I don't think
debate.
so,
It seemed
Jason.
to confirm fears they already had.
Well, look, after
That's
that
awesome,
debate, I
Wolfheim.
did 10 major events in a row, including until 2 o'clock in the morning after that debate. I did events in North Carolina. I did events in Georgia. Did events like this today. Large crowds, overwhelming response, no slipping.
No
And so
slipping.
I just had a bad night. I don't know why.
And how quickly
I don't know why.
did it come to you?
It's not because
That you were
I've
having
got
that
dementia
bad
now.
Well, Kanye was having a bad night when I realized that even when I was
How many times is he going to say that he had a bad night? Like, no joke. He's probably said that already within like 2 minutes. He's already said, I've had a bad night. I had a bad night that night of the presidential debate. He's already said that like 4 fucking times. Holy shit. All right. Well,
answering
just
the
keep using
question
that.
when they turned his mic off, he was still shouting. And I let it distract
Yeah, they
me.
do speak to him like a
I'm not
toddler.
blaming it on that.
Sad.
But I realized that I just wasn't in control.
But part of the other concern is that this seems to fit into a pattern of decline that has been reported on recently. New York Times had a
That's the
headline
beauty
on
of what we
July
did,
2nd,
Hardwire. It's
Biden's
amazing
lapses
what you can
are said
have
to be
when you
increasingly common and
have
worrisome.
good
Here's what they wrote.
friendship and
People who have
in
spent
an
time with
interview.
President
You
Biden
know, it's
over
really
the last
cool,
few
man.
months or so said the lapses appear to have grown more frequent, more pronounced, and after Thursday's debate, more worrisome. By many
No kidding,
accounts,
Steve.
as evidenced by video footage, observation, and interviews, Mr. Biden is not the same today as he was even when he took office 3.5 years ago. Similar reporting in the Washington Post and the Wall Street Journal. Are you the same man today that you were when you took office 3.5 years ago?
Hell
In terms
no.
of successes, yes. I also was the guy who put together a
What do you mean? We can't even just talk about just only the 3 years previous. I mean, the dude's been like in Congress for like 47 fucking years. I mean, come on, man. This guy made a fucking, no joke, this guy made an entire career off of the government. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's like,
plan
I
for
don't
the
know,
Middle
man.
East
That's
that
lame.
may be coming to fruition. I was also the guy that expanded
Supposed to
NATO.
work
I was
for
also
us.
the guy that grew the economy. All the individual things that were done were ideas I had or I fulfilled. I moved on. And so,
Yeah,
for
Steve.
example, well, that was true then. What's Biden done lately? Today, just announced 200,000 new jobs. We're moving in a direction that no one's ever taken on. I know you know this from the days in the
And we're sending
in
another
the
$2 billion
government.
over
Took
to
on
Ukraine.
Big Pharma.
You
I
going to
beat
talk
them.
about that?
No one said I could beat them.
Another
We
$2
took
billion.
on all the things we said we got done. We were told we couldn't get done. And part of it is
I forget. I think
said
he
when I
was
ran
a
was I wanted
lawyer.
to do three
I think
things.
you're right about that.
restore some
Before
decency
then.
to the office, restore some support for the middle class instead of trickle down.
I
economics,
appreciate you,
go from the
Hardwire.
middle
That's
out and the
that's an
bottom up,
extremely nice
the way
thing
the
to
wealthy
say.
still do fine, everyone does better, and unite the country.
But what has all that work over the last 3.5 years cost you physically, mentally, emotionally?
Oh, this guy is so siding this
Well,
guy.
I just think it cost me a really bad night, bad run.
Okay, but another
But,
bad
you
night.
know, George, I'm optimistic about this country. I don't think we're a country of losers, that he points out. I don't think America's in tough shape. I think America's on the cusp of breaking through in so many incredible opportunities.
Dude, yeah, opportunities of fucking World War III. You know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? The economy's in the shit. Like, nobody. 2024 has not treated many of my friends or people around me or much of anybody fucking well. I don't know, man. I don't know about how you can see optimism in this shit. This is
This
crazy.
next term, I'm going to make sure we have a straight
Under
out
your
tax system.
administration,
We're
anyways.
going to make sure we're in a situation where we have health care for all people, or we're in a position where we have child care.
Sound like
elder
you're
care,
American,
free
GBM.
up, and all these things. One thing I'm proudest of is, remember when my economic plan was put forward, a lot of the mainstream economists said it's not going to work. Well, guess what? And now I
100%,
have
Steve.
16 Nobel laureates, 16 of them in economics, saying that Biden's next term would be, based on what he wants to do, enormous success. Trump's plan would cause a recession, would significantly increase inflation. I've made great progress, and that's what I plan on doing. And we can do this.
You still feel the shit,
I understand that,
Come on, man.
and I'm not disputing that. What I'm asking you is about your
No, I
personal
don't think so either. It's
situation.
just
Do you dispute there have been more lapses, especially in the last several months?
Can I run the 110 flat? No, but I'm still in good shape.
Are you more frail?
Oh
No.
yeah, don't cap. That's
I
cap.
know you
Come
spoke.
through my schedule.
I know you spoke with your doctor after the debate. What did he say?
He said,
Sure, Hardwire.
he just looked at me.
Way out of
He
touch.
said, you're exhausted.
You're
I
exhausted.
said, look, I have medical doctors travel me everywhere, every president does, as you know. Medical doctors, some of the best in the world, travel me everywhere I go. I have an ongoing assessment of what I'm doing. They don't hesitate to tell me if they think there's something.
Well, fine.
I know you said you have an ongoing assessment. Have you had a full neurological and cognitive evaluation?
I get a full neurological test every day with me. And I've had.
Oh yeah,
full
that's a fact.
physical.
Hardwire.
I
That's a
had-
fact.
You know,
Right
I mean, I've been at Walter Reed for my physicals. I mean, yes, the answer is
I know your doctor said he consulted with a neurologist. I guess I'm asking a slightly different question. Have you had the specific cognitive tests, and have you had a neurologist, a specialist, do an examination?
no one said I had to.
What?
They said I'm good.
Oh yeah,
Would you
we're
be
saying
willing
you're
to
good,
undergo
right?
an independent medical evaluation that included neurological and cognitive tests and release the results to the
I said
American people?
no.
Look, I have a
No one
cognitive
asked me to
test
do
every
it.
single day. Every day I have that test. Everything I do. You know, not only am I campaigning,
believe that he
but I'm
gets
running the
tested
world.
In
And
a
that
different
sounds
aspect,
like
not
hyperbole.
cognitive like that.
But we are the
Neurological.
central nation in the world. Madeleine Albright was right.
What's up, Chris?
And every
I see you
single
up
day, for
here, bro,
example,
laughing.
today, before I come out here, I'm on the phone with the Prime Minister of
That's a
not sure
damn
we can
fact,
detail,
Coach
but-
Eagle.
with Netanyahu. I'm on the
Ha,
phone with the new
GBM,
Prime
you're
Minister
hilarious,
of
bro.
England. I'm working on what we're doing with regard to in Europe with regard to expansion of NATO and whether it's going to stick.
Oh yeah, he
I'm
knows
taking on
that.
Putin. I mean, every day, there's no day I go through
What's up,
not
Kingston?
those decisions I have to make. every
Yeah,
single day.
what a
And you
debate
have
that
been doing
was.
and
That's
the American
right,
people have been
Kingston. This
watching
is
that their
brutal.
concerns about your age and your
This is the very first
health
interview since
are growing. So that's why I'm asking, to
with
reassure
Joe
them,
Biden since the
would you be
presidential
willing to have
debate.
the independent medical evaluation?
Watch me between, there's a lot of time left in this campaign. It's over 125 days.
So the
No,
answer,
125 more
the right
days to
answer
show
right
your
now
ass.
is no, you don't want to do that right
No,
now.
I've already done it.
You talked a lot about your successes at the beginning of this interview, and I don't want to dispute that. I don't want to debate that. But as you know,
Yeah,
Elections
brother
are about the
SNS is
future,
here. Much
not
love
the
and respect
past.
to you, my
They're
man.
about
I appreciate you
tomorrow,
for being
not
here. and
yesterday.
glad that you're
and the
feeling
question
better.
on so many people's minds right now is, can you serve effectively for the next 4 years?
George, I'm the guy that put NATO together, the future. No one thought I could expand it. I'm the guy that shut Putin down. No one thought could happen. I'm the guy that put together.
Dude, you have
South
to work
Pacific
with other world
Initiative
leaders, dude. You have
with
to.
AUKUS. I'm the guy that got 50 nations, not only
not
in
doing it
Europe,
correct,
outside of
dude.
Europe as well, to help Ukraine. I'm the guy that got Japanese to expand their budget. So I mean, and for example, when I decided we used to have 40% of the computer chips.
Oh, shit,
we
SNS,
invented
you got
the
your
chip,
fireworks
the
over
little
there?
chip, Computer chip. It's in everything from cell phone.
No,
to
he
weapons.
definitely ain't got nothing on
And so
Putin.
we used to have 40%. We're down to virtually nothing.
How did he
So I
supposedly
get in a
shut
plane
down
against the advice of
Putin down? Yeah,
everybody,
it didn't
and I fly
happen.
to South Korea. I convinced them to invest in the United States billions of dollars.
Billions, yeah, the
Now we
billions
have
that you send
tens of
over
billions of dollars
to
being
Ukraine
invested
and
in the United
Israel.
States, making us back in a position where we're going to own that industry again. We have, I mean, I just, anyway, I
Whoa,
don't want to take too much credit. I have
whoa,
a
whoa,
great
whoa, hold
staff.
on. I want to hear how he kind of just.
Anyway, I'm billions of dollars. Now we have tens of billions of dollars being invested in the United States, making us back in a position where we're going to own that industry again. We have, I mean, I just, anyway.
Oh,
I don't
man,
wanna
that was
take
dead
too
right
much
there.
credit. I have a great staff.
But
We lost
all
train of
I guess my
thought.
point is, all that takes a toll. Do you have the mental and physical capacity to do it for another 4 years?
I believe so. I wouldn't be running if I didn't think I did.
Oh, he's very lost. Look at that. The way it,
I'm running again because I think I understand best what has to be done to take this nation to a completely new level. We're on our way.
Danny.
We're on our way.
Straight
And look,
up, though.
The decision recently
Okay.
made by the Supreme Court on immunity. You know, the next president of the United States, it's not just about whether he or she knows what they're doing. It's not about
So brutal.
a conglomerate of people making decisions. It's about the character of the president. The character of the president is going to determine.
No. The character of the president does not determine your outcome. Your policies and how you actually work with the American people, how you work with other countries around the world, how the skill that you have in that aspect, it has nothing to do with your fucking personality, dude. Sorry.
Whether or not this Constitution is employed the right way.
What up,
Let me ask you a
Caesar?
couple more
What up,
personal
fam? I
questions.
appreciate you for being here, my
Are you
man.
sure you're being honest with yourself when you say you have the mental and physical capacity to serve another 4 years?
Yes, I am, because
No, you're
George, the
not.
last thing I want to do is not be able to meet that.
Nope,
I
couldn't.
think
Not even
as
Gangster Rap could pull it
some
off,
of-
dude.
Senior economist and senior foreign policy
Yes,
specialist said,
damn straight,
if I
Hardwire.
stop now, I'd go down in history as a pretty successful president. No one thought I could get done what we got done.
But are you being honest with yourself as well about your ability to defeat Donald Trump
This
right
is
now?
so brutal.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
You say that, and
You
let me
say
challenge
that?
you,
Sure.
because you were close but behind going into the debate. You're further behind now by any measure. It's been a two-man race for several months. Inflation has come down. In those last few months, he's become a convicted felon, yet you're still falling further behind.
No
You guys
kidding,
keep
Will
saying
Fine.
that. George, you know polling better
That's where the
than
money
anybody.
is when they're
You
fucking
think
old.
polling data is accurate as it used to be?
Guys
I
like
don't
me
think so, but I
ain't
think
rich
when you
enough.
look at all of the polling data right now,
And you have to be
it
35.
shows that he's
minimum.
certainly ahead in the popular vote, probably even more ahead in the battleground states. And one of the other
The other orange
factors
guy.
there is it shows that in many of the battleground states, the Democrats who are running for Senate and the House are doing better than you are.
Mad love, Beezer.
Well, that's not unusual in some states. I carried an awful lot
Straight
of
up,
Democrats
Michael.
last time I ran in 2020. Look, I remember them telling me the same thing in 2020. I can't win the poll.
Nah,
say
I can't feel
win.
bad for him whatsoever.
Remember 2020?
He did this shit to himself.
2020, the red wave was coming. Before the vote,
He
I
hurt
said that's
so many
not gonna
Americans,
happen.
dude.
We're going to win. We did better than all
How can I
three
feel
numbers
bad
than
for someone
incumbent
that's hurt
president ever
and
has
killed so
done.
many people?
They said in 2023, all the tough races were not
Yo,
going to win.
Straight Jacket, my
I won
man.
all those areas, all those districts, and we won.
All that is true, but 2020 was a close race. And your approval rating has dropped significantly since then. I think the last poll I saw was about 36%.
No kidding, Steve.
The number of Americans who think you're too old to serve has doubled since 2020. Wouldn't a clear-eyed political calculus tell you that it's going to be much tougher to win in 2024?
Not when you're running against a pathological liar. Not when he hadn't been challenged in a way that he's about to be challenged. Not when people.
You've had months
How
to
is he
challenge.
getting challenged? How is Trump getting challenged by you, Biden? You're making it so fucking easy for Trump at this point that he doesn't even have to attack you personally. He doesn't have to attack. Like on that stage, I personally would have been like, "Are you even here, Joe? Like, have you taken your meds?" Like, I would have like reamed the dude, and Trump didn't even have to do that. He did it to himself, dude.
Oh, I sure had months, but I was also doing a hell of a
Yo,
lot of
hold on real quick. We got Wolfheim up in the building saying he ain't got a clue. Damn straight. He ain't got a clue. You're damn straight about that. I appreciate you, Wolfheim, for that donation, man. It means the absolute world. For the super chat, my man, I very much appreciate you. Shout out to you, man.
other things like wars around the world, like keeping NATO together, like working anyway. But look,
Do you really believe you're not behind right now?
No, he's not.
I think it's
Straight
all pollsters
Where
I
is
talk
he?
to tell me it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. And when I'm behind, there's only one poll I'm really far behind, CBS poll and NBC, and
No kidding,
New
Jason.
York Times and NBC both have you
Yeah,
about
they're-
6 points behind in the popular vote.
that's exactly right. New York Times had me behind before. And
I have
they
to agree
haven't
with you,
do
Steve. I have to
with
agree
this
with you
race.
fully on that.
Had me behind 10 points. 10 points had me behind. Nothing's changed substantially from the debate in the New York Times.
And to answer your question, GBM, what I truly believe that we shouldn't be a two-party system. I mean, that's exactly what George Washington was afraid of. Our forefathers here, you know, unfortunately, they were scared of this. And this is exactly what we get with a two-party system. I think that America should, at bare minimum, have an actual three-party system, not meaning independent, but like where it's actually ran, whether it's purple party, whatever the fuck it is. I don't care what we call it. But like we need to have where there's three people on the presidential elect stage campaign at minimum. You know what I mean? We can't just have it where it's just two people every fucking time. There should be three people at bare minimum, in my opinion. But that's just me. That's just me. You know what I mean? But let's get back into it.
Paul?
Just when you look at the reality, though, Mr. President, I mean, you won the popular vote
Captain
in
Applesauce.
2020, but it was still deadly close in the electoral
By 7
college.
million votes.
Yes, but you're behind now in the popular vote.
I don't buy that.
No,
Is it worth the
damn
risk?
straight, Road Rage.
I don't think anybody's more qualified to be president or win this race than me.
And I can get down with that too,
You know,
Hardwire.
the heart of your
Middle party
case against
system.
Donald Trump is that he's only out for himself,
Either or.
putting his personal interest ahead of the national interest. How do you respond to
Yep.
critics who say that by staying in the race, you're doing the same thing?
Oh, come on. Well, I don't think those critics know what they're talking about.
Wait.
They're just
What
wrong.
about the critics?
It's
They're
wrong.
wrong about what at this
Look.
point? Hold on.
I don't think anybody's more qualified to be president or win this race than me.
What? How can you
You know,
say that? How can you say that? Holy shit. I got to hear that one more fucking
Buy
time.
that.
Is it worth the risk?
I don't think anybody's more qualified to be president or win this race than me.
You know, the heart of your case against Donald Trump is that he's only out for himself, putting his personal interest ahead of the national interest.
Dude, this
How
is
do you
fucking
respond to
wild.
critics who say that by staying in the race, you're doing the same thing?
Oh, come on. Well, I don't think those critics
Danny,
know what they're
you got to
talking
think
about.
this is crazy too, right?
They're just wrong.
It's wrong. Look, Trump is a pathological liar. Trump is, he is. Have you ever seen anything Trump did that benefited somebody else, not him? I mean,
Yeah.
you can't answer, I know.
I've questioned him and his allies as persistently as any journalist has.
No, I know you have. I'm not being
Yeah.
critical.
Oh, it doesn't work
Not
over there
too
either,
critical.
GBM?
But
Damn,
look,
Duro.
I mean, the man
Oh shit, Rebecca, really?
is a congenital liar. As I said, they pointed out in that
Three-prong
debate he lied
effect should be in place.
27,
I see you,
28
Stephen.
times the times, or
Stephen,
whatever
I
number,
meant-
over 20 times. Talk about how good his economy was, how he brought down inflation, how this is a guy
Hey, jacket.
who, unlike only other president other than him is Hoover, lost more jobs than he created. This is a guy who told us to put bleach in our arms to deal with COVID, with over a million people died.
Yes,
This is
sir.
the guy who
Heck.
talks about wanting to get rid of
100%.
the healthcare provision we put in place. This is the guy who wants to give the power back to big pharma to be able to charge exorbitant prices for drugs. This is the guy who wants to undo every single thing I've done. Every single thing.
I understand that. I understand that's why you want to stay in the race. But have you convinced yourself that only you can defeat him?
I convinced myself of two things. I'm the most qualified person to beat him, and I know how to get things done.
Get what
If
done? Sending
You
money
can be
overseas?
convinced that you cannot defeat Donald Trump. Will you stand down?
God.
It depends and if the Lord Almighty comes down and tells me that, I might do that.
Well, I mean, on a more practical level, Washington Post just
No
reported
kidding, Rebecca.
in the last hour that Senator Mark Warner is assembling a group of senators together to try and convince you to stand down because they don't think you can win.
Well, Mark is a good man. We've never had that. He also tried to get the nomination too. Mark's not. Mark and I have a different perspective.
I didn't
I
know
respect it.
Canada was a four-party system.
And
I would
if
do whatever
Chuck
the opposite
Schumer,
of what
and
Canada
Hakeem
does.
Jeffries, and Nancy Pelosi come down and say, we're worried that if you stay in the race, we're going to lose the House and the Senate, how will you respond?
I go into detail with them. I've spoken to all of them in detail. Including Jim Clyburn.
Yo, this is one of my favorite comments yet, bro. This is one of my favorite comments yet. It's always great watching Biden freestyle it, bro. That is hilarious. Look at Michael. Look, wow, dude. Yeah, this is fucking crazy. This is crazy. Isn't it crazy? Holy shit,
Every
dude.
one of them. They all said I should stay in the race. Stay in the race.
You really
None of them-
did.
None of the people said I should leave.
But if they do,
Well, it's like.
Yes,
they're not
sir.
gonna do
Morning,
this.
Hex. Appreciate you for
you
being here,
sure?
bro.
Well, yeah, sure. Look, I mean, if the Lord Almighty came out and said, Joe, get out of the race, I get out of the race, the Lord Almighty's not coming down. I mean, these hypotheticals, George, if all,
But it's not that hypothetical anymore. I grant that they have not requested the meeting, but it's been
well,
reported.
I've met with them. I've met with a lot of these people. I've talked with them regularly. I had an hour conversation with Akeem.
No kidding.
I had
Steve.
more time than that with Jim Clyburn. I spent time with
Like
many
falling up the
hours.
stairs, fumble
off
his
and on the
words,
last
lose
one.
cognizance
With Chuck
on stage.
Schumer.
Yeah, for real.
It's not like I had all the governors.
I agree that the Lord Almighty is not going to come down.
Wow, the
If-
Australian news are even making fun of
if
Biden.
you
Huh? The whole
are
world is
told
making fun of Biden at this
reliably
point,
from
dude.
your allies, from your friends and supporters in the Democratic Party, in the House and the Senate, that they're concerned you're going to lose the House and the Senate if you stay in. What will you do?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Oh,
It's not going to happen.
what are you talking about? It's not going to happen.
What's your plan
Hold
to turn
on,
the campaign
hold
around
on.
in the Senate?
I got to
All
hear
the
that again.
governors.
I agree that the Lord Almighty is not going to come down, but if you are told reliably from your allies, from your friends and supporters in the Democratic Party, in the House and the Senate, that they're concerned you're going to
Where'd you
lose the
send it
House
to,
and the Senate
Hardwire, on my
if
phone?
you stay in, what will you do?
I'm not going to answer that question. It's not going to happen.
What's your plan to turn the campaign around?
You saw it today.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it hardwire. I see it.
How many people do you get draw crowds like I do?
After this, I'll pull.
Find any more
I'll pull it up.
enthusiastic than today? Huh?
I mean, I don't think you want to play the crowd game. Donald Trump can draw big crowds. There's no question about that.
You can draw a big crowd, but what does he say? Who's he have? I'm the guy supposedly in trouble.
You
Right.
supposedly in trouble, dude. You are in trouble. You do you not see that this is a fucking issue? You don't see that what just happened is an issue? Holy shit, dude! Come on, stop the cap. All right, so real quick, I'm going to show you guys something that you guys are going to love. This is a very great thing. I haven't even seen it, but I know exactly what it is because I heard about it on 4th of July. What fucking happened? Okay, let's go ahead and pull this up. Biden mistakenly claims he's the first black woman to serve with a black president. What? Come on now.
Happy 4th of July, everyone.
This is only 2
Happy
days ago.
Independence Day. And we give thanks to our Commander-in-Chief, the President of the United States,
The Vice
the
President, Shamus said.
extraordinary President of the United States, Joe Biden.
Look at him.
Ho, ho, ho! Happy Independence Day! We got to do what our founders did. Show the world we're a nation of dignity, honor, and just devotion to one another. I really mean it. Folks, it's all about democracy. It's all about freedom. It's all about who we are. We're the United States of America, and nothing like it exists in the world.
No way, straight jacket. That was
Happy
actually
4th
said.
of July. Enjoy the fireworks. God love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So wait. Where did he say in that he was the first? I didn't hear it. Did you guys hear it? Where did he do it? Thursday appeared to misspeak when he characterized himself as a black woman and on a Philadelphia-based radio station. How come I didn't hear it? It was just them on the stage.
Extraordinary President, Joe Biden.
Happy Independence Day.
Did I miss it?
We got to do what our founders did. Show the world we're a nation of dignity, honor,
This is so brutal.
and just devotion to one another.
Man, forget him, dude. I can barely stand it. I can barely stand it. Just listening to that where he can't even complete a fucking sentence or his thought process. You know what I mean?
Raised $38 million.
Crazy to
in
me.
4 days after this. We have over 1 million individual contributors. But less than $200. Yeah, I mean, I've not seen what you're proposing.
Oh, 100% on
You
that
haven't seen
SMS, but I don't
the
feel bad
fall
for
off in the
him
polls.
in
You
particular.
haven't seen the reports
Karma's
of
karma,
discontent in the Democratic Party, House Democrats, Senate Democrats.
I've seen it from the press.
You know, I've heard from dozens of
Ho,
your
ho,
supporters
ho.
over the last few days, and a variety of views. I grant you that. But the prevailing sentiment is this. They love you, and they will be forever grateful to you for defeating Donald Trump in 2020. They think you've done a great job as president, a lot of the successes you outlined. But they are worried about you and the country, and they don't think you can win. They want you to go with grace, and they will cheer you if you do. What do you say to them?
I say the
Bro thinks
vast
it's
majority
Christmas.
are not where those folks are. I don't doubt there's some folks there. Have you ever seen a group at time when elected officials running for office aren't a little worried? Have you ever seen that? I've not. Same thing happened in 2020.
Danny.
Biden, I don't know, man. What's he going to do?
GG.
Mr. President, I've never seen a president at 36% approval get reelected.
Look,
I
yeah.
don't believe that's my approval rate. That's not what our polls show.
Okay,
And if you
good
stay
deflect.
in and
That's
Trump is
it's true
elected,
though.
And everything you're warning about comes to pass, how will you feel in January?
Oh no.
I feel as long as I
Facts.
gave it my all and I did the good job as I know I can do. That's what this is about. Look, George, think of it this way. You've heard me say this before. I think the United States and the world is at an inflection point where the things that happen
is
in the
so
next
brutal.
several years are going to determine what the next 6-7 decades look like. And who's going to be able to hold NATO together like me? Who's going to be able to be in a position where I'm able to keep the Pacific Basin
What?
in a position where we're at least checkmating China now? Who's going to do that? Who has that reach?
I don't even think the
Who
guy
has- who
interviewing
knows all
him
this?
believes him.
We're going to have, I guess, a good way to judge me is you're going to have now
He did the goodest.
a NATO conference here in the United States next week. Come listen. See what they say.
Mr. President, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, here he is.
ABC News
See what he
also
says.
offered a one-on-one interview to Donald Trump after the debate. He declined. Let's bring in our political team for what they're
Yeah,
hearing.
well, he doesn't need to
Let me
speak
start out with
to
our
you
chief
right
Washington
now.
correspondent,
He's
John
winning by
Carl.
not saying
And
shit.
John, you watched the interview. You've been talking to people all across Washington. What are you hearing?
Let's be realistic why Trump is not up there right now taking interviews. Dude, he doesn't need to. End of story. He sees exactly what is happening. Joe Biden literally not only is digging himself into the ground, I mean, he's literally blowing dynamite down there as he goes, and he's just falling through the crack. I mean, he's going down, you know what I mean? And Trump knows it, you know? And so, I mean, dude, even the Democratic Party doesn't even want the dude anymore. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy, bro. Let's finish this off.
Well, George, look, Biden looked better and
Better?
certainly more coherent than he looked during
Maybe
the
a
debate.
little bit.
But there was nothing in this interview that is calming nerves of jittery Democrats who fear that Joe Biden is on a trajectory to lose this race, to lose to Donald Trump. In fact, for some of those people, the interview is raising new concerns, particularly the fact that he is unwilling or unaware of the fact that he is in a dire situation.
Definitely
here,
dragging it out with the
regarding
loading.
campaign, that he is losing in the view of many Democrats. And frankly, in the polls you cited that he is losing to Donald Trump. And there was one question that you asked where his answer is particularly, I believe, alarming to some of those Democrats. You asked him how he will feel in January.
That's right.
If he has lost to Donald Trump and all that he has warned would happen came to pass. And this was his answer. He said, I'll feel as long as I gave it my all and did the best job I know I can do, that's
Oh,
what this
shit. We got to give a special shout out real quick. We got Beezer coming in hot with the freaking, I think that's an upgrade on his membership, man. Thank you so much for that. I think you were already a member and now you just upgraded because there's 3 different tiers. You can have prospect, full patch, and officer. So I really appreciate you guys. The YouTube membership, man, is definitely going to be the biggest thing on the channel. Every single Saturday, we're going to be doing members only lives for you guys. It's going to be members only. So the only way you can watch is by becoming a member, man. And we're going to go ahead and we have a lot more free reign because it's not to the public, we can actually be, let's just say, I can have a lot more free speech when I do the members only. So you guys will get a lot more harsher views from me that I can not do live on here, you know, when it's out to the public like this. So, but yeah, let's get back to this.
Is about one prominent
Appreciate you,
ally
Beezer.
of the president simply responded to me.
Okay, I got you, Hardwire.
When I asked about that question. So the bottom line here, there was nothing in this interview that will force Joe Biden out of the race. There was no, you know, major thing that will convince him or any of his allies.
Dr. Harley, my man. No, you're all good.
But there's also nothing in this interview
so brutal,
that
dude.
will calm the nerves of Democrats who are saying it is time for him to get out.
Martha Raddatz, the president is talking to a lot of people, but he appears to be listening to a very tight circle.
Oh, well, no shit. Come on, man. Let's not be retarded here and give the guy straight up softballs and, oh yeah, you know, let's just fake it like this dude is actually got, I don't know, some cognitive like chance and any of this. All right, so I found it. Let's go ahead and see what he says on the radio here. First black woman. All right, let's check it out. Where's the play? Where's the play? Do I have to refresh? Maybe. Yep. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh man, why would it do a countdown 3, 2, 1 bullshit and then give me a fucking ad? That's some lame ass shit. Hey, they got to get paid too. I understand. You know, these guys want to get paid too. I'm not gonna harp them too much here.
So I am proud to be, as I said, the first vice president, first black woman served with a black president.
What?
I'm proud of the first black woman in the Supreme Court. There's just so much that we can do because together there's nothing. Look, this is the United States of America.
Wow. What did he say? All I understood there was that he's the first black woman of the United States of America. Yeah, brutal. SNS says, I want to say to each and every one of you, thank you for the love and well wishes. To be honest, it was very heartfelt. Something I don't usually let in on. Thank you again. No, we all care about you, SNS. Anytime that we see someone hurting like that, that's a part of us, man. It hurts all of us, man. And we really love you, man. And so we don't want to see you hurting at all. He is forced to stay on the ballot in a few states unless he dies. So I don't see him going anywhere. And that's right. I believe there's 2 or 3 states that he's already stuck on the ballot, like no matter what happens, except for death, right? I mean, I think that's the only thing that can change it. But let's go ahead and get back over to what they're trying to say over there on ABC News. I'm kind of curious by the end of this.
A very tight circle, and administration officials I have spoken to said that very tight inner circle is telling them he can win, that he needs to keep going. This, of course, includes his wife, Jill, who they said is lashing out at those who want him to get out of the race. This was a Joe Biden pumped up on his inner circle, telling him that again and again. They think he will have many opportunities, but those not in the inner circle say this will also expose him to a great deal of risk. And George, I've talked to a few people too, and texting with a few people as well on the Hill.
I appreciate it, Wolfheim. Thank you so much for being here,
than
dude.
they expected, wasn't as
Me too,
bad
Rebecca.
as they
Another
expected,
coffee, please.
But that's a pretty low bar, George.
And Mary Bruce, what are you hearing from the White House?
George, the White House tonight reacting in one word, strong. Look, you heard the president there, and his team strongly do believe.
Oh, we're
that this is all
definitely
being
going to have a
overblown,
Breakfast
that
Club
Joe
party.
Biden has been
We're doing it.
underestimated and written off before, only to come back strong and win. They believe if he can continue to do interviews like this, if he can continue to get out in front of the American people, that this too shall pass. But the president there truly didn't seem to grasp the severity of this moment, the magnitude of that growing chorus of concern from Democrats. He dismissed the trends that we are seeing in the polls. But what we are hearing from Democrats isn't concern about one bad night.
Thanks for having him do it.
That Joe Biden doesn't have what it takes not only to continue governing, but that he has what it takes to win. but the president is adamant that he is still the best one to take on
What's up,
Donald
Grizz?
Trump.
Appreciate you,
Hear-
man.
Heard there,
Good morning.
he
Good
clearly
morning.
doesn't want to entertain the possibility that Democrats may come to him and urge him to step aside, saying only the Lord Almighty could convince him of that, George.
And that is the key question right now. So I want to go to our senior congressional correspondent, Rachel Scott. The most important audience probably right now for the president and the White House are those Democratic leaders on Capitol Hill. And there has been some ferment in the last couple of hours.
An 18%
Exactly,
You're so
George.
funny,
And they
Beezer.
were watching tonight, I can tell you that. In fact, just minutes before your interview aired, you had a fourth Democratic lawmaker come forward in the House
Oh,
and
it's
call on
coming,
the president
Gigi.
to step aside. That was Congressman Mike Quigley of Illinois. I have talked to a number of Democrats that were glued in watching this interview. One Democratic
Oh my
senator
God.
telling me that the president is clear-eyed about the demands of the presidency, the urgency of the moment, and the importance of defeating Donald Trump. But others say that they still have concerns, that the dam hasn't broken tonight, but the bleeding has not stopped either.
No.
Another Democrat telling me better, but not sure that it's enough, that they need more than one interview, more than 22 minutes to prove that the president has the stamina to continue in this race
100%,
and defeat Donald
Steve,
Trump.
100%.
A different Democrat putting it to me this way, George, there's no question that Biden must win the election, but he will not be in a position to stop a movement. And tonight, George, that movement against him is growing.
Well,
Well,
yeah.
and that's what I want to get into with John Carl in a little more detail. John, we talked about
33%
Mark Warner, senator from
approval rate.
Virginia. Battleground says
Drain
the
the
Democrats have
swamp,
won the
Danny
past few
says.
elections,
Absolutely,
but
I
it appears to be
agree.
more in play right now. He's circulating that letter.
Yeah, and I've spoken to colleagues of Senator Warner's who have
I
spoken
saw
to him
that.
about this. It's a serious effort. Senator Warner's concerns, he has real concerns about whether or not Biden can beat Donald Trump. He thinks he's come to a pivotal moment for the party and for the nation.
I got
And his
something for you guys
concerns are
after
not
this.
alone.
I'm
Frankly,
going to
a
have to
lot
do
of
it. I'm
other,
going to have to do it.
Democrats have
Freestyle
been
live
unwilling
for
to
you guys.
speak
Gangster Rap made me do
publicly
it.
because they want
gonna have to do
Biden
it.
to come to this on his own, and they're concerned
Specifically because
coming out
Gangster
and
Rap
speaking
could not
publicly
even make
will
Joe
only
Biden do it.
backfire. But it is a
Yeah,
widespread
one
belief
last
among
meeting we wanted.
Democrats.
And Rachel Scott, Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic leader in the House, has now called House Democrats for a Zoom meeting on Sunday.
And this will be coming right before
That would be
Democrats
dope.
head back to Capitol Hill. That is going to be pivotal. I'm told
And
that
Dr. Harley
the
did
Democratic
boycott
leader
the
has
interview
been measured
yesterday.
in his approach, really trying to calm the nerves and give the president the space to make this decision. But he is getting quite an earful from House Democrats who have concerns about if the president can defeat Donald Trump this November, George.
Mary Bruce, you had that one-word response from the White House, the campaign weighing in now as well.
Oh, George, the campaign understandably is eager to turn this back to Donald Trump and back to the issues. Look,
100%,
they're thinking on
Gigi,
all
I
this
see
is
that.
This shouldn't be about, performance.
I'd
that
give
this
her an
is about the
18% tip.
issues and this substance. They
Mm.
want, as the president tried to do there in your interview, they
It's
want to hammer what the president has
bullshit.
accomplished, what he could do going forward, and are obviously very eager to make sure to highlight what is at stake here. The challenge is that so much of that has now been overshadowed by these questions about the president's age. And that is what Democrats are deeply concerned about, that the messaging here is being lost in the way it is being delivered. The question
Yeah,
is whether or
it's-
not
it can't be delivered.
interview tonight, whether or not
It's all
his
about delivery.
appearances that we have seen in the last few days and will see in the days to come, whether that is going to be enough to quell any of this concern and get Democrats back on track.
No, you're screwed.
The fact that all of us face Martha Raddatz, none of us can
Screwed.
stop the clock.
No, no one can stop the clock. And this is about age. That's exactly what that's about. And this
Stop
will
the
dominate
cap.
this campaign. Aging is not like a broken bone. It doesn't get better. So there
course
is an
not.
opportunity every time.
So let's have
he
someone
goes
that's
out,
actually
every time
cognitive
Joe
in the
Biden
fucking
goes
White
out,
House.
that he will show his age. I mean, he said he is
Stop
not
giving
more
this man
frail. You
fucking
asked him, you
excuses.
told him, you say, watch
Damn.
me. Everyone is watching, and believe me, they are going to be watching even more closely. As we go
Oh,
forward,
shit.
George.
Steve, you're so funny, dude. That would be
Thanks
epic,
to all
though.
of you. Thanks to President Biden for his time today. We'll be back in just 30 seconds.
The weight limit. Oh shit. All right. So that was so fucking brutal. That was as terrible as it gets right there, guys. I don't even know what to say. So what I do have to say about it though is I'm gonna give you guys something. Here, this is what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be so funny. This is what I got to say about it. And there we go. Let's get the beat going, you know what I mean? Because fuck it at this point, dude. Hold on, this is gonna be so great. I haven't done this in years. Years, dude. Many, many, many years. All right, fuck it, dude. We're going for it on this part. We're doing it. We're doing it up. We're gonna put the glasses on. Fuck it. Why you guys were expecting that shit? Yeah, that was fucking awesome, dude. Damn, and BD thought he was a better rapper. Hell no, Mike's got it. Watch out, Eminem. Yeah, that's right. I feel it. Bang, bang, bang. That's right. Just love it, dude. Hey, we're having a good ass time, bro. We're having a good ass time. Little Skittles. I like the name, but I like Bama Cholo better. You know what I mean? Or Rap Master Dynabro. I can get down with that too. Oh, gotta bring that down now. MC Happy, DJ Dynabro. Yeah, let's do it. MC Pegleg, dude. Yeah. That's awesome, dude. Well, I didn't miss it all. Hey, you made it in perfect timing. I had to turn it down for my kids. We're getting too hyped, dude. That's so funny. Really pretty good though, Mike. Hey, appreciate you guys. Love it. All right, guys. I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode, man. Thank you all to the members, the brand new members to the stream. We got Steve Easy that came in as a member, and as well as Beezer that upgraded his membership. Guys, every single Saturday, we're going to be doing live, the members only live streams for you guys only. And I can be a lot more open, a lot more fun, like what I just did right there on the members only. Also, Wolfheim, I cannot thank you enough for the super chats for today. He said, all the best, Mike, and he ain't got a clue. No, he ain't got no fucking clue. Let's not cap.
It's not the cap.
But with that being said, guys, I can't thank you guys enough. If you guys enjoyed it, man, please like and comment, subscribe, and also share the live out, the video, as it is word of mouth. But, basically for the internet, but for the street, man. Make sure you guys follow me on my Instagram, man. This is where I always post up where the updates of the show is. Also, what I'm doing with my personal life. Basically, right after we're done with this, me, Hardwire, and his old lady, we're going to go over to Huntsville in Alabama. It's only about an hour away. And we're going to be doing, going space exploration. You know what I mean? No, it's going to be really cool. I'm going to be posting up a lot of videos, and then I'll show those off, not tomorrow, because Sunday is Sunday, right? I'm going to take one day off. But Monday morning, I'll show you guys all the fun shit that we do. Can't thank you all enough for the donations as well. As you guys know, I'm not going to get paid for another 30 days. So if you guys would like to help out the channel, man, all donations are going to obviously be read live, whether I'm, if I'm on the show right now or if I miss it, guess what? On the very next episode, we give you guys a shout out. So if you guys would like to help out, we have Cash App, Ball Valve, $, Ball Valve. We have Venmo at Ball Valve and PayPal, ballvalvetv@gmail.com. I can't thank you guys enough. And I sincerely hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, wherever the hell you guys are from. Enjoy your guys' Saturday, and we will see you guys in a little bit. Much love.
From the depths of darkness.